The nation's best MMA returns on June 15th with ROCKTAGON XXV, Way of the Warrior, at the UAW Event Center, local number 1005 in Cleveland, Ohio. ROCKTAGON's National Pro-Am Series returns to pick Cleveland's best MMA talent against the best fighters from around the globe. The main event featuring Taiwan, the Rising Dragon Howard, taking on Chicago's Quinton McCradle. Tickets starting at $35 are on sale now at ROCKTAGONWorldwide.com or any discount drug mart. Music by American Wi-Fi. ROCKTAGONWorldwide.com.
Welcome back to ROCKTAGON Mixed Martial Arts, ROCKTAGON 25. Professional action in the cage, welterweight division. We send it up to Jake Digman to bring out our first fighter.
The following contest is in the ROCKTAGON Professional Welterweight Division, and it is brought to you by the Indiana National Guard and Intimidation Clothing. Introducing first, making his way down the aisle into the blue corner, please welcome Kyle Cowboy Nickel!
The Cowboy, Kyle Nickel, 1-0 as a pro, 6-0 overall after compiling a 5-0 record as an amateur. Comes from Team Heighton, Crawfordsville, Indiana, only 23 years old, Will Bird.
And this is an unbelievable matchup of two fighters here. First of all, you have Kyle, the Cowboy Nickel, 23 years old, and really one of those guys who everybody's looking at as possibly the next big name in his weight division. He's going to go up against the guy who at one time was thought to be the exact same thing. We'll tell you more about Reggie Parks in a second. Now, you look at both the records, 1-0 as professionals, but they come with a wealth of experience in the amateur ranks, and not just experience, they both fought a who's who of guys who've gone on to the professional ranks, had success. This should be one hell of a fight here tonight, Ryan.
Kyle Nickel has never seen the judges' scorecard. 6 wins, 6 stoppages, and he is on a 3-fight win streak, taking out his opponent in the first round.
And I got to tell you, not only does he win fights, he demolishes opponents. But he's got a game one today, and we'll hear from him in a second.
Let's meet his game opponent right now. We send it back up to Jake.
And his opponent, making his way down the aisle into the red corner, please welcome Reggie Contract Killer Parks!
Reggie Parks, now fighting at a Ronin fight camp in Columbus, Ohio. Longtime member of Griffin Raw in Menor, Ohio. As we take a look at Reggie Parks coming through the cage, we take a look at our defense soap, tail of the tape. Will?
Got to look at the age here. You look at Kyle Nickel, 23, to Reggie Parks, 38, 6 feet tall for Nickel, 5'9" for Parks, 169 to 169.5 pounds, 4-inch reach advantage for Nickel. But Reggie Parks, 38 years old, I mentioned it earlier, this is a guy that everybody in the world of MMA, not just in Ohio, not just in Northeast Ohio, not just in the Midwest, looked at him as one of the best amateurs in the country at one point, had a lot of personal issues. The MMA career had to take a back seat to those, was homeless for almost a year. The only home he had, he said, was in a gym. He's found his way back on his feet, not only personally, but now professionally, made it to the professional ranks. He's 1-0, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people who are very excited to see what Reggie Parks still has left in the tank, because he still looks like he's in great shape, the same way he always been. I've been a personal trainer forever, and I've actually got the privilege to call a couple of his fights very, very exciting in the cage.
He currently is the head trainer at LA Fitness in Columbus, head boxing trainer at Title Boxing. He said he had to reinvent himself, and he's done that. He's improved his stand-up, and really just a tremendous success story. As you mentioned, homeless for a year. Took a 2-year layoff, almost 2 years out of the cage while he was going through and handling those issues. Came back in March of this year, KO victory in round 1, and he's looking to build on that tonight here in ROCKTAGON.
And if you look at the end of his amateur career, 3 straight losses, that's when things really started to unravel for him personally. And he had to step away, as you said, reinvent himself. I remember talking to Reggie back in those days, and he used to be a smack talker, man. He would lay it on there and tell you exactly how the fight was going to go. We talked to him before, and he said, hey, I'm a changed man. You know, I don't think there's much anything that he's better at than me, but I think that anybody has a puncher's chance, and he certainly does as well. So very much he's been humbled by life's experiences, not just what's happening in the cage.
It's the Cowboy versus the Contract Killer, and to get things underway, let's have Jake Digman introduce the fighters.
The following contest is a professional bout in the ROCKTAGON Pro Welterweight Division, and it is brought to you by the Indiana National Guard and Intimidation Clothing. Introducing first in the blue corner, he fights out of Crawfordsville, Indiana. He weighed in at 169 pounds, representing Team Heighton MMA with a professional record of 1 win, 0 losses. Please welcome Kyle Cowboy Nickel! His opponent in the red corner, he fights out of Columbus, Ohio. He weighed in at 169.5 pounds, representing Ronan Training Center with a professional record, 1 win, 0 losses. Please welcome Reggie Contract Killer Parks! This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and when the action begins, your referee is Mr. Jeff Malott.
Jeff Malott, third man in the cage. Reggie Parks, contract killer. Kyle Cowboy Nickel. 2 undefeated pros. Coming here in different fashions. Kyle Nickel, a young up-and-comer at 23. Reggie Parks, 38 years old. A ton of amateur fights. He's seen it all in the cage. Kyle, the Cowboy, takes center stage. Low kick misses.
And this is a fight I've been extremely excited for. And you see Parks, he's known for his wrestling, known for his grappling, but says he's really improved his jiu-jitsu work with Vitor Alberto down there in Columbus. He feels comfortable anywhere inside the cage. Now, he's always been a striker. Now he feels comfortable even when he's on his back.
Keep staying real tight here. Cowboy Nickel. You know, Reggie Parks went in for the takedown right there off the striking to begin this fight, and Nickel almost jumped guard, almost pulled guard. And you see him now trying to lock up the right wrist of Reggie Parks.
And that's where that jiu-jitsu training is really going to have to come in effect. Not so much when you're trying to put on submission attempts, but fending off submission attempts is really where you learn the most.
Reggie Parks with the neck crank and was holding onto it, a can opener, almost like he was going to try and submit Kyle Nickel with it. That is a rare submission.
A couple elbows there from the bottom from the Cowboy. Reggie Parks strikes back with a left. A lot of power by both these men. And those elbows, those are going to do damage. Even though he's throwing them from the bottom, they're coming with a lot of force, and Reggie backs up.
Yeah, and Reggie's face looks like he took some punishment there from Kyle Nickel. Oh, big left, just misses. It was a right followed by a left hook, and he just missed the chin of Cowboy Nickel. Reggie Parks so far has been the aggressor. He's got Nickel pushed up against the cage, delivers some right hands there. And you see the underhook by Reggie Parks, and then the head in the temple. He's going to hold him there. Good knee from the body. Reggie Parks striking at different levels, going to the body, going to the outside of the thigh, and then the right hand to the face.
Staying active, though. In this position, you have to stay active. Keep your opponent on his heels. Don't let him try to make a move and become the aggressor, and that's what Reggie Parks is doing. The Cowboy right now buying his time and looking for his way out of this clinch up against the cage.
Well, what he did is he got wrist control, and you're going to see him work that right hand to try to get an underhook. Oh, and he jumps to guard. Almost, it was a jumping armbar attempt by Kyle Nickel.
Just missed.
Rarely do you see that attempted, and even more rare is you actually hit it.
Slipped right off the arm,
flying
though.
armbar.
Good.
Reggie
good
Parks,
body kick.
He hurt him with the body kick.
Oh, and he's curled up in a ball down there. Reggie's got a chance to finish this.
And I don't know if Reggie knows how hurt he has him. There's strikes to the face. Reggie Parks is going to finish this fight.
The Cowboys got to do something, or Jeff Merlott's going to stop it. And that'll do it.
That's it. Reggie Parks.
It was the kick. The kick.
The body kick. And Kyle Nickel still holding the right side of his ribs. We're going to take another look at that. But that was a body kick. And at that point, once he was down, he had no defense for Reggie Parks. He's still down in the cage.
It's got to be a broken rib or something, because the second it hit him, he buckled up or buckled down onto the ground and really rolled up almost like a hedgehog. Reggie Parks, I don't even think knew how hurt the Cowboy was down there, and just peppered him with shots until Jeff Merlott finally pulled him off. Very impressive, but that's the power that Reggie Parks has, and that's why people for so long were so excited about what he might be able to do in his career. It's good to see him back on track. And here we go with the instant replay, and there's the kick.
That's a vicious body kick, and you see.
And he just curls up.
And almost just misses with that right hand. That would have been the dream maker. That would have put him out, but instead, defenseless, huge kick to the body by Reggie Parks.
dangerous man. They don't call him the contract killer for nothing. Good to see the Cowboy back up on his feet, but an impressive victory as Reggie Parks. He's going to improve to 2-0 his professional career. Maybe people thought this would have happened 3 or 4 years ago, but at least it's happening.
Absolutely, there is a lot left in the tank here. Reggie Parks rejuvenated. And look at Reggie Parks. Kyle Nickel, the Cowboy, back on his feet, standing in front of us, shaking his head, said that was stupid. Although, I don't know what he's referring to, but I don't think there's a whole lot he could have done to stop Reggie Parks here tonight. Beautifully placed body kick.
Look, sometimes things happen in your life that put you on another path. Reggie Parks was able to overcome some things, put his path back on track. He always knew he would end up back in the cage. Got back there tonight. There's still a lot left in the tank, as you said, Ryan.
Jake Digman is going to make it official and announce the contract killer as the winner. Take it away, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jeff Malach calls a stop to the action at 2 minutes and 35 seconds of the first round, declaring your winner by referee stoppage due to strikes, Reggie the Contract